and probably some of the playground facilities probably need to be refurbished or upkeep. Here is a pavilion. I'm not so sure what they're doing with it, but this used to be an old pavilion that they've refurbished here in the park. Right, it's now, I think, used as a place for meetups. Some people use it for exercise, outdoor meetings. Right, it's kind of convenient, a public space for doing that. Now this is something new. I don't know what they're building over here. Right, this is, looks as if it's another exercise pit. Morning. Looks as if they're building another exercise pit here. You've seen the facilities they put on the other side. This would probably be a mirror of the same thing, just because of the structure that they've built so far. It looks as if they're going to put some exercise equipment. This wall serves as the backboard for the court, tennis courts. There's a group that plays here every day, I believe. Let me see if they're out here. They're not out here today. But the courts need a little bit of maintenance. There are 3 tennis courts. The surface needs to be redone. I had the idea of building some tennis courts here in the past. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But I'm gonna have to get private land to do that. This is another one of these signs. These are the new signs they're putting up. This is Sunset in Kanji. The sign says the ancient county of Berbice. It's a picture of sunset in Kanji. That we said is the tennis, well, the football field, a multi-purpose field for cricket and, I guess, football. On this side, we're at the road running beside the park is Thomas Lands, that's the road, the name of the road. And we're heading towards the entrance, which is coming up in a couple of minutes. See if I can get there before my battery dies. But this is what's happening here in the national park. Things have improved a little bit from a year ago. It's not yet in the middle of the rainy season, so you wouldn't know in fact if the drainage has improved, but the last time we were out here, most of this place gets flooded. This field gets completely flooded when there is a heavy downpour for a consistent amount of time. So it's a good place to come out and exercise if you're in Guyana and you are part of the exercise community, the people who understand that exercise is medicine and you need to do it every day. Then you don't need to miss your exercise. If you're in Georgetown, you just come over to the national park and walk around. One loop around the park is 9/10 of a mile, just 1/10 of a mile short of a mile. So I use it as a way to do my speed testing. So if I want to, for example, see how quickly I can run a mile, I come to the park because I know the surface is consistent, and I do my speed training here to see how fast I can run a mile or 5 kilometers, which would be a little more than 3.5 loops around the park. And coming to the entrance, what we were going to see is Woofington Park. So Woofington Park is something they built recently. They've converted what was an exercise track, basically this stretch of land running parallel to the road where we're walking. That stretch of land is a good place to run on earth rather than on a hard surface. But what they've done is made it into a dog park. So they've laid out some sand and created a kind of a dog run, an exercise park for dogs. I suppose would work for other pets as well. But that's what's happening here in the park. We're going to finish this video at the entrance, show you what they did with the stadium, the old stadium, I think last time we were here, I was here, there were horses in the park. Who knew that they had a zoological park, but behind there they have a stable with ponies, something like 50 or 40 or 50 horses, small horses, ponies. I don't think you can ride them, but there are also activities in the park. People come here and do their taekwondo and karate training. I think yoga is also available in the park, and some form of dance for kids, right? ISK. This is the official representative of the International Shokutan Karate Federation. They're over here. That's Hoofington Park, right? The dog run that they've created recently. That's new. Seems as if they've actually put some facilities. This is like an outdoor sink. That's interesting. And just around this bend is where, this is the entrance, of course. We're back at the entrance of the park. Just around this bend here is where they've placed built this new structure. I'm not sure what this is. It seems as if it's a house, but this is new. This building they've built is kind of new. Let me just give you a shot of Woofington Park for dogs. So this is what they've built recently. For pets. As the sign says, it says Woofington Park for pets. The Woofington Park for pets. And there are some signs with some rules, park rules. So if you have a dog that needs exercise, bring them out here. All pets must be on a leash or appropriate body strap and so on. That's what's up, guys. You just take a bit of a walk around the park stadium. I don't know what their plans are for this area. Like I said, they put up a new building here, which might in fact be a office of some sort. On the other side, this is park maintenance. So that's the employees of the park doing maintenance on park facilities. And this is the entrance to what was once the only stadium, the National Park Stadium. Like I said, they removed the pavilion. Right straight ahead, there used to be a pavilion. They removed that pavilion, so now there are only two. That's the east side pavilion, and this is that's the west side pavilion. And behind me here, this is the stage, the park stage. So that's it, guys. That's what's up. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. And this is the tarmac. I think they had mass games here one year. I think there's some courts laid out on the surface, on the track. But that's the stage. I think they also hold these calypso competitions, singing competitions here. Coming out of the other entrance or exit from this stadium area, right? It says exercising on stands strictly prohibited. Yeah, so this is the other entrance of the park. This is the south side, again running alongside of, that is farmers' lands, and across there is the racing track for go-karts, GMRC, and a motor racing. What is it? Anyway, so this is the park entrance, and these buildings I think are the original, or at least they've been refurbished recently. These are the original administrative buildings of the park, and this is the parking lot. So that's it, guys. This is the National Park, the next time you're in this neck of the woods, a place to walk. I think I showed you a walk along the sea wall, the beach, on the sand. These are things you can do. Walk on the sand, because Georgetown is a beach town. Georgetown is a seaside town, and you want to get some exposure to the sea when you visit places like Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center, the Pegasus Hotel, Marriott Hotel, and I believe what will happen over the next 22 or 3 decades, if development continues, they'll have a whole line of high-rise hotels along the beach, along the seawall. And so this is part of the infrastructure. It's another entrance to the park. I don't know what they're doing at the new pavilions that they tore down. I don't know if they're going to rebuild them. The old pavilions, that is, if they're going to build new pavilions. But this is almost where we started. So we started at right at that new exercise pit that they were building with all those exercise machines. No, you're not in it.
Okay,
You're good, you're good.
I hope so.
So this is what you will find here in Georgetown, in the National Park. I think those are what the Army calls ablution areas, the toilets. So that's it, guys. That's what's happening here in Georgetown, in this neck of the woods, the National Park 2023. Want to see more content like this? Click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the improvements being made here in the National Park in Georgetown, Guyana. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Remember, it's one more place you can visit when you are in this neck of the woods. Later!